I'll give it just a minute. I see the pretty flowers. Okay, so yesterday I said a lot. I said a lot in a lot of long-winded videos with lots of sky to watch. So I wanted to do a recap today, just of basically everything I was trying to communicate yesterday in a concise way. So let me do my best. I first was talking about how I'm always naming the parts, and please don't be discouraged if you don't know the name of the parts. It doesn't matter. It's just a way that I use to recognize the system, to see which parts are doing what. It just helped me in my learning process. Just as long as when you see that something's going on, you see there's a difference in frequency, you're out there, you're filming it, you're saving your footage, maybe being diligent about how you categorize it, you're doing your best. You're doing what you should be doing. So I was also talking about seeing these holes in the system, these pit holes in the system. I am starting to believe they're holes to let in sunshine, to be used as, let's say, like fiber optics. The sunlight is controlled by the holes and directed by the holes. And then, like, let's say they need a boost of energy to move. They could direct that sunlight and use it via fiber optics. We can probably learn a lot from that. And if what I saw today is if you take sunlight and you put it through a lens oh, I'm not wearing my necklace, that goes into a spiral, concave spiral, that it will focus that light and actually turn a rock to glass before your very eyes within seconds. So that is the power of our sun that we're not utilizing. If we just put some focused spiral lenses, we can really amplify any kind of sunlight that we get, even on a cloudy day. Okay, so I believe that the sunlight's going into the system via the holes and directed in some sort of fiber optics way to control the system. I believe that's the rainbow that we see because it's also a bunch of crisscross crystals in there. Crisscross, like imagine going into a crystal cave and all of the crisscross crystals. So the crystals are crisscrossing, still directing the light. Think of the fiber optic tubes, you know. And it's a bunch of crisscrossed crystals with the sun coming in. The crystal itself makes a rainbow. Also, if there's lead in glass or lead in crystal or lead in anything, it will put off a rainbow. So it could be the component of, let's say, whatever it's made of, the rock, the crystal, whatever it is, seeing the rainbow, because we don't see the rainbow until it gets really close to the sun, until that sunshine is amplified. And I've always thought of it as charging up. Or we don't see that Barbie doll pink until it's right at that prime setting sun, right just to, let's say, in alignment, just aligned. And I think all of these holes in the system, these pockmarks, these little blue cobalt tunnels, let's say, because I see cobalt tunnels, are directing light for energy. And the energy is directed inward. That's why I thought we would have a sky full of lit clouds at night, way before now. So I think it's directing that energy inward and using it. That's why we really don't see it put off very much light. And it can't be detected, you know, because all of its energy is being used, you know, so it's perfect camouflage as well. Okay, I just thought of something, oh, the cobalt effect. Okay, I have shown pictures where the sky in 1985 is a very different color than the sky today. The sky today is more cobalt, it's darker. I believe these the parts of the system that are cobalt crystal are shining on our sky. Cobalt, shining on our sky, and it also helps them camouflage in, because if you're the same color as what you're amplifying, you're basically creating your own green screen, but it's a blue screen, and blue is our base color. There wasn't even the color for blue back in the days of the Romans. It was a shade of black, because it's our base sky color. So that's the cobalt part of this, allows it to amplify our sky to a different color and blend right in. Because if you notice, you'll be looking at the sky and it's blue. It's not the sky, it's the clouds. And our clouds should not be blue. We should not be shining blue on our clouds. The blue is our base color, the base sky color. It should not be shining upon clouds. So when you look at a cloud and the whole sky is blue, but it's not the sky, it's a cloud, then something is shining upon that cloud blue. And I think that's this system's cobalt presence, effect. Okay, I think that's really all I went over in that, and just the beam blender and how it replicates itself. A good example of how I think it's using holograms is, and how it replicates itself so quickly, so many different ways. Okay, so as it's replicating itself, that thing is a hologram. It's not just a reflection, it's a hologram, so it can turn. So we're not seeing the same side of everything. Imagine okay, let's imagine one of those Christmas lights that amplify snowflakes all over your home. So let's imagine each one of those snowflakes looking different, because we're seeing a different rotation, a different side of that snowflake, because it's a hologram, not a reflection. That's what we're seeing in our sky. The system, light shining through the system, reflecting itself as a hologram in our sky, but it doesn't look the same over and over. It's big, it's small, it's the bottom, it's the top. You're seeing it from above, you're seeing it in a twirl, you're seeing it, you're seeing it in different positions, from different positions, and in different sizes. So that's what I think is going on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe Google Christmas light effect and what makes the machine work. What takes the different, hang on just a second, you guys enjoy that? Okay, what makes the, or my face, that's why I don't drink in public. What makes the amplification work is the different colored light beams go in, and there's a beam splitter. I call it a beam blender. I think it's a beam blender, but anyway, it's a beam splitter that splits the beams, which creates all the different effects, different colors, different effects at different colors, and that as well. We're seeing them in different colors. We're seeing them black, we're seeing them white, we're seeing blue, pink. So the same technology as the Christmas thing. Thank you, Odie Odin, for telling me about that. Thank you, Canadian Sunstalker, for helping me with fiber optics. And thank you to my buddy, you know who you are, my cloud buddy, for just being there for me in general and helping me with sort my clouds, and help me with the archive. So thank you guys. And I hope someone can take this information and do well with it. We were that day right here in my sky where we saw the two balls go off and go up. I think